Hey you, how's it going? It's so good to see you. Today I'm going to be talking about love. That's right, I'm in love with you.
You suck!
Never mind. But I do want to talk about something important. Love and relationship addiction. And obviously, Jersey Shore. Welcome to the only channel where you and I do a psychological analysis of all things pop culture. If you love psychology and feeling smarter than your friends, but you also love binging shitty reality TV, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel because I'm coming out with these videos every week. And you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video because I have a question for you. Before we begin, I do want to mention that while I am a student of psychology, I am not a licensed professional. The thoughts that I share in this video and others are strictly my opinion. But with all that said, let's begin. I've recently moved back in with my family, and living in my childhood bedroom has really made me feel like I'm reliving 2010. I'm constantly angsty and telling my parents to leave me alone. There's Doctor Who posters everywhere I look, and Jersey Shore is a hit reality show on MTV. Wait. Why? Why did this deserve a comeback? And okay, I know it came back in 2018, but you don't know me. I was kind of a hermit when it came to the internet up until very recently, and now that I can't really leave my house and there's nothing better to do, I'm finding all sorts of stuff on the internet that's just making me feel icky. If you've ever seen any of the episodes from the show's original run, you're likely familiar with Ron and Sam's infamously unhealthy relationship. If you're not, here's a taste of what you missed.
Are you friends with her?
I don't want to talk to
Are
you.
you friends with her or not?
I don't want to talk to you.
Why is she hating on me being friends with him?
This is my latest time trying. Are you friends with her?
Starting from literally the first day of their relationship, which began only a couple episodes into season 1, Ron and Sam were in a daily nonstop pattern of mutual abuse. It always cycled the same way. They'd start off apparently deeply in love and spending all their time together. Then one of them would passive-aggressively pick a fight about something petty and inconsequential. It would all devolve into them violently fighting about nothing, apparently. It never seemed like there was anything specific that they were fighting about. It would always just end the same way, with one of them basically begging the other to break up the relationship. It never seemed to matter though, because they always ended up back together somehow. This happened repeatedly throughout the run of the show, and they didn't break up permanently until 2016, 4 years after the show ended. It's kind of impossible to say whether this kind of behavior continued in their relationship after the show ended, but it might be safe to guess that it did. When they did break up permanently, Ron did a similar thing that they used to do on the show, which would be to pick a fight or cheat to sort of intentionally lead to a breakup. When Sam wanted to get married and he didn't, he cheated so that she would break up with him. I've talked a lot about the cycle or pattern of the relationship. To me, this resembles a relationship addiction, which is kind of a controversial topic. Some people have the belief that since a relationship isn't a substance or even an unnatural behavior, that it can't constitute an addiction. I argue that relationships certainly can be an addiction, and here's why. When we fall in love, our brains release a ton of endorphins and dopamine, which are the same pleasure chemicals that get released when we do things like work out or snort a bunch of cocaine. For obvious reasons, that effect alone can be addictive. Now, add in the crushing despair caused by a breakup. You'd want to pick me up too, right? Well, what a better pick-me-up than falling in love and feeling all those happy chemicals bouncing around in your brain again. This is a cycle that a lot of people find themselves in. It can cause them to make increasingly impulsive decisions, and in the worst cases, it can impede their ability to function normally and can cause significant distress. Although Ron and Sam broke up for good 4 years ago, it seems that he may have fallen into a similar pattern with Jen Harley, his on and off girlfriend of the past couple years, with whom he has a 2-year-old daughter. Jen does make some appearances in Jersey Shore Family Vacation, and the cameras do witness some of the fights that she and Ron have. They seem eerily similar to the ones that he would have with Sam. Here's one from a 2018 Instagram live stream.
Put your hands on me again.
Seriously?
Seriously. Put your fucking hands on me again. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Ron.
No, I'm gonna delete that photo.
You right! Don't touch me, Ron.
Get off of me. Get off
Stop!
of me.
You right!
Oh.
You right!
Get off of me.
Stop, Ron!
Seriously, not. You want the fucking live shit?
This kind of compulsive cycle of fighting, breaking up, and getting back together does resemble the highs and lows of a drug addiction. As of season 3 of Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Ron had been through a rehabilitative program for depression and alcohol abuse. Upon his return to the show in season 3, episode 2, he also gave the indication that he might have a problem with relationships.
I don't need to be with someone else. And that's the way I always was, though, that I need someone else. I need to be with someone else. Someone else is going to make me happy.
Even though it seems he's come to terms with his relationship with relationships, it's been a hard thing for Ron to overcome. At the beginning of Family Vacation Season 3, Ron indicated that he and Jen were no longer involved. However, it seems that they might have gotten back together because this past October he was arrested for a domestic violence incident involving Jen. This represents the kind of increasingly destructive behavior involved in an addiction. Addictions in themselves can be really hard to get under control. An addiction to something like relationships may arguably be even harder to work through. It's like having an addiction to something like food. A person can abstain from drugs, which certainly isn't easy, but it definitely helps the process along. On the other hand, you can't really stop eating, and in the same vein, you can't necessarily stop having relationships with other people. Conquering this kind of addiction and any other takes hard, introspective work. Coming to terms with it and being honest with oneself is painful, and almost no one can do it alone. If you think you're struggling with an addiction or another mental health issue, I've left some links in the description to some free confidential helplines which run 24/7. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me that you stuck it out to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when another video featuring my face hits the internet next week. Also, I want to hear your ideas for a future video, so be sure to leave a comment telling me who your favorite movie character is and why you find them particularly interesting, or they're just why they're your favorite. Additionally, if there's something else you're curious about, be sure to leave that in the comments as well. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.